Took you long enough. It's not nice to keep a person waiting.
What? Wait! We just left the mall with you standing right there. How could you be waiting for us?
Aqua, I learned a while back to stop asking questions with this guy. It will get you absolutely nowhere.
So you can make smart decisions. Good. It will be useful for you in the coming days.
Yeah, mind filling us in more on what that entails? No offense, but Sylvia didn't exactly give us a perfect rundown.
Hey! I told you all I know. I'm not much more informed about all this than you are.
Indeed. Something I plan to remedy today. For all of you.
All of us?
The slow ones, anyways.
I would not attribute it to mental slowness, Reacher. This threat is larger than us all. I do not blame you for being overwhelmed.
Be that as it may, it still does not mean we do not hold deep concern over this matter.
I would hope not. This is a threat to everyone here, and beyond.
It's also much more personal, too. I've got a score to settle with that demon.
Then I suggest we have a seat and get to it. Some of you might remember this place.
I've never seen it.
Neither have I.
Hang on. This is the gathering room. It was used in the past when me and a bunch of other people were summoned to fight the critic.
Indeed it is. It is one of the few safe havens across the Omniverse to which few prying eyes can pierce. It has been used as a base before, so it shall again.
Neat.
You all might want to put on your headphones too.
And why's that?
Reasons, but not ones I'm allowed to disclose. Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Over.
I can hear you.
So can I.
This remains the same.
I can hear as well. How about you, Optimus?
I am able to hear you.
And I make us full. You can start now, D.
Thank you, Sylvia. So, first of all, I would like to thank you for coming with me. All help is greatly appreciated.
Especially when you're kicked into this whole deal with no context.
Crises often don't come with warning, but regardless, this matter is not something we can afford to dawdle on.
So you've said, D. What's going on?
Nothing good, unfortunately. The Omniverse is under attack from a particularly dangerous foe.
Sounds like Tuesday to me.
This is Chick-fil-A. Bad on getting your dog in.
Okay. What the heck was that?
Was that Coco?
It in fact was. I'm keeping him here to prevent him from getting into trouble. We need not bring unnecessary dangers.
Especially not with this enemy.
Who is... I feel like you're beating around that bush.
The Makuta.
Oh, fudge.
Who?
The Makuta. They're like robot demons. But I thought they were destroyed.
So, did we all. Several times. But Pterodax is as ambitious as always. Survival, it seems, was not a question of if, but instead an inquiry to how long before they returned.
Right. I'm a bit lost. Who and what are the Makuta exactly?
Hellspawn, with hearts of cold, dark ice.
I'd know a thing or two about that. But seriously, what are the Makuta?
Do you know the story of creation?
Oh, yes. I recently learned it as I traveled through the realms. I assume the Makuta are akin to the fallen angels.
Astute. They're more akin than I would comfortably like to admit. Great and powerful beings, made to help govern the lands, fallen corrupt due to their ambition and that of their leader.
Pterodax.
You know him?
Know him? I lost my dang world because of him.
Calm yourself, boy. Save your strength for the fight.
Shut up, Baldy! I didn't ask for your opinion. It wasn't your home and loved ones who got wiped out like ants, so don't be telling me what to do.
Nero, please stop yelling. This day is already too long in the tooth.
The heck you just call me?
Oh, my apologies, Harvey.
Still wrong, old man.
Hey, cut him some slack. That Ada person beat him pretty hard. But regardless, keep going, D. Sorry about the interruptions.
All is forgiven. These are not the most canny of times. Ichigo was correct, though. Makuta Pterodax not only lives, but thrives on. He's been biding his time, waiting, planning. And now it seems he's played systems for beyond what one might even believe he knew about, into giving him ultimate power.
Which is?
Using his inclusion in Fictional face-off, Pterodax managed to obtain both the Infinity Stones from an unnamed Marvel universe, as well as the same Hogyoku once possessed by Sosuke Aizen. Alone, these items would be enough to rock a universe to its core. But together?
They're enough to bring it to its knees, and more beyond. Ichigo and I are aware. We watched it happen.
How so? I've heard of both of those items, so I know there's several restrictions that keep them from threatening other worlds. I don't even think the Infinity Stones can leave their own world without becoming powerless rocks.
They do. That's why there's Omni-Stones to take their place in the greater Omniverse. Don't tell me Pterodax got his hands on a set of those.
No. He did not. But he didn't have to. He used Aizen's Hogyoku, the object he used to evolve nearly into a god, and forced those Infinity Stones to essentially turn into Omni-Stones. They are now capable of working in any universe, regardless of origin.
That's not good. Can't the stones, by default, overpower any existing hierarchy?
They can. As someone who's held the Omni-Stones, even the fraction of their power that Infinity Stones hold would be enough to turn over most worlds.
How do you know about this, Darc?
Because we encountered it in the... Dang it! You were there! Dee, why can't she remember the battle with the critic?
It's been wiped from her mind. Why and how I do not know for now, but it is not important.
Why do I feel like that is going to be said a lot?
It's just how this guy rolls. We just need to accept it and...
That's the last thing I want to do right now! Pterodax needs to pay!
He will. But you need to trust me when I say that we cannot rush this. Makuta Pterodax is a master manipulator who will exploit any and all openings he is given. We don't have room to be reckless.
So, then, what's our plan of attack?
While I haven't all the details yet, we will need to make a carefully calculated strike at the Makuta when their guard is down.
No crap. In other news, the grass is green and the sun is warm.
This is a delicate operation. One little flaw, and we all die.
Well, you must have some idea of what to work at.
Indeed I do. I am working on a plan within two fronts. One to counter the Makuta's efforts, and another for our own assault. It is still very early, but that is better than nothing.
Indeed. The earlier everyone gets on the same page, the better along we can move. Doesn't sound like we can afford much disjunction on this operation.
Indeed. And who knows? Some of us might have something to help with either of your plans.
Yes. Good points all around. So, keep your ears open. I'm going to spill what little beans I have.
I'm listening.
Go ahead.
As you all can attest, the strategy of the Makuta, so far, is that they appear to be infiltrating worlds by imitating specific people. My brother, Alucard, is working to fully crack the pattern by which they are attacking. But their success rate, regardless, is too high. They are slipping in without suspicion and dominating. We will have to act now.
So, drop into a world, stop the Makuta, save the people, and repeat? Sounds familiar enough.
I would imagine so.
Well, that's how you aim to halt their progress. But what about taking them down? That's what I want to know.
I understand, Kurosaki-san. Allow me to get to it. As I'm sure everyone is aware, the Makuta are Umbrancers, puppeteers of the darkness. It is part of their essence. Ergo, the ideal weapon to combat them would be...
one of light.
Correct. Anything powered by light, holiness, or overall goodness would prove fatal to them.
Like my Keyblade?
That is one.
Or the Blade of Olympus.
It could work.
I'd wager the matrix of leadership would prove devastating to them. But I hesitate to offer it, as channeling its power would kill anyone who wields it.
Then we'll think of it as a last resort. Our lives matter too.
That still only leaves us with two options, D. That's not enough!
Kurosaki-san!
No. I see his point. We need more firepower, and I understand that. Which is why I have scouted out a potential answer.
Is that a lantern ring?
It appears to be, though it is not like any I have ever seen.
It's highly unlikely that you have. This is a white lantern ring. Unlike a green lantern ring, which burns on one aspect of the emotional spectrum, a white lantern ring uses all 7 pieces to form the white light of life. It's burned through shadows that would dwarf even Pterodax. That should be enough to suffice.
Well then, what are we waiting for? Let's find that and kill the dog!
I know next to nothing about the lantern rings, but my assumption is that it's not going to be as simple as that.
Your assumption is correct. In order to wield a White Lantern ring, we must find someone who has a deep understanding of life, far beyond even my capabilities.
And you're just so special, huh?
Not of my own doing or wishes, but yes, I am more capable than your average Darkling.
And let me ask you this. Are all Darklings cryptic schmucks like you?
Ichigo!
Let him vent. He's been through enough to earn it.
What I've earned is the right to put my Zanpakuto through Pterodax's face.
In time, Ichigo. That's been said many times today.
I'm not doing this.
Ichigo!
Harribel, I do not know the exact details of your situation, but one thing I believe needs to be done is giving the boy some space and time to cool down. He is impulsive and combustible, but that will pass.
I'm not so sure. We lost our entire world to the Makuta. Our world was ground zero for their invasion. And naturally, he blames himself for the loss.
But you don't seem worse for wear. Didn't you lose your home too?
One might be a bit generous to call it my home.
Harribel, you sound like you're carrying some baggage too. We're here to talk if you need to.
I'll live. Let's focus on the mission for now.
Good idea, Tyr. So, any idea where we should start, D?
I actually do. While Alucard hasn't given me the forthcoming plans of the Makuta, he has shown me 3 worlds that are just about to come under siege. One of them in particular that will be hit harder than the others.
Well, that's cruel. Why is that one getting favoritism?
Because Pterodax has failed many times to capture Anya Forger. According to my source, he's planning on glassing Ostania and Westalis first.
What? D, I have to be put on that mission?
You will be. I'll need you, Darc and Optimus, to stop their efforts before the cavalry arrives.
Fantastic. This ought to be fun.
While joy is not the primary objective of this operation, it is not to say we cannot have merriment whilst doing it. I actually believe a success earned soulless is hardly any better than a loss in good spirits.
Well said, Prime. But it is not the only target on the radar. I also need a group to meet up with other allies already out battling the Makuta. They are defending a world where a young spectral boy named Michael normally makes the rounds. He and his friends are unfortunately woefully unequipped for this.
I'll do it. My Keyblade should even the odds there.
I'll go with.
As will I.
Very good. Then I suppose it leaves Reacher, Vergil, and Ichigo Kurosaki as the remainders. I need you 3 to return to Vergil's homeworld. It is about to come under siege as well.
While I do not believe that would be 100% necessary to defend it, I will go happily nonetheless. I have a personal score to settle with the Makuta now, particularly the one who looks like Ada Wong.
Well
I would
deserved.
too.
Yeah.
Sounds like we're missing something, but I do not want to know.
You'll probably find out soon enough.
Well then, sounds like we're in business. But wait, what are you going to do, D?
It is my task to locate the ring and scout out a wielder. Neither will be an easy task.
Compared to battling shape-shifting robot demons,
Light work, Mr. Reacher.
it's just Reacher. So, when do we start?
Whenever you are ready, come to me, and I will send you on your way.
Sounds like a plan.
Hey, there you are! Sorry about being late. I had to come up with quite an excuse to my mom. I have no idea what that means, but I'm glad you're all right. So, any sight or sign of ache? Dang it, you don't, think they got to him, do you?
Had enough, human!
Please leave me alone. I didn't do anything.
Wrong answer. According to your leaked chat, you're friends with Komishuko. She's currently a top priority target for the Decepticons. Just turn her over, and I'll end this. You have my word.
That sounds like a horrible idea. Even if she's the buzzkill of the...
I am running out of patience, human. Or do I have to enlighten you again?
Oh, no.
Now let's see what we can talk about this time. Ah, yes. Goth, I hop. Even the name alone sings to my spark in a way few things in this wretched universe can. A paradox, yet a perfect harmony. An establishment that marries the bleak and the indulgent, the sorrowful and the sweet. A place where the perpetual midnight of the soul finds solace in the soft, purple glow of neon lights. Where the air is thick with the perfume of despair, eyeliner, and freshly brewed black coffee. It is here, in this sacred gloom, that one finds true respite from the oppressive, fluorescent sterility of the outside world. No cheerfully vacant smiles, no forced conviviality, only the quiet hum of dark wave music. The whisper of gloved fingers tracing over laminated menus adorned with melancholic masterpieces. No, the servers.
Please don't!
Yes, the staff of this wonderful establishment. Pillars of elegance and existential ennui, moving between tables with an air of practiced detachment, clad in lace and velvet, adorned with silver rings and sorrow. They do not serve in the conventional sense. No, theirs is a higher calling. They bring forth sustenance not merely for the body, but for the spirit. Plate of shadowberry pancakes, dusted with the ashes of a forgotten dream. A steaming cup of blackened vanilla coffee, as bitter as the unrelenting march of time itself. And, of course, the pièce de résistance, the nocturne waffles, drizzled in deep crimson syrup, a bittersweet reminder of the fragility of existence. And do they smile? No! Of course not, they smirk. A knowing, fleeting curve of the lips that speaks volumes. It says, yes, we understand. The world is cruel, and yet we persist. Eat your dark velvet crepes and feel something for once in your miserable life.
Please, just shoot me, please!
Ah, there you are. Come to Tarn, last surviving member of the DJD.
Tommy, run!
Run all you want, you'll never escape. No one ever does. From the Decepticons,